Hey everybody, Graham here. So we have some actual new Chris Chan news. I guess it's not really new news, but we have confirmation of some speculation that we've already had. So Chris wrote this letter, and I'll read it real quick here because it's very short, which is unusual for Chris. But here we go. Hey, censored. The censored person is the person known as Eels on the Kiwi Farms. This will be a short letter in response to your just received letter. Nobody's names or addresses will ever be revealed publicly nor doxed at all. So this is in response to some speculation when he said that he would be releasing his quote-unquote goddess log. That's what they're talking about. And he's got names and addresses in there, and he says he's not going to release those. I hope that's true. I hope nobody gets doxxed by Chris, but you never know. Your OCs are okay. This one cracked me up because this was in response to, if looking at the original letter, there's a whole, like, 2/3 of a page of descriptions of original characters that Eels was looking to bounce off Chris, and this is all Chris has to say is, your OCs are okay. Okay, moving on. I was never attracted to Bella, period, other than to be just friends until after her confirmed betrayal. First off, let's just take a moment to note that he puts period in there, but it's not the end of the sentence. After the word period, there's a comma. Anyway, Bella's never going to be cuffed in. The topics were simply on light and brain-bending topics with some checkers and chess. Bella and Barbara had never talked at all. She never attempted to sway me into deviating fetishes at all. So this is in reply to a question about whether Bella had tried to get Chris into some weird fetish stuff. But this is the part that I think is the most interesting. Heilberg, that's Chris's lawyer, Heilberg had confirmed my return home on valid terms. Plus, my return/second coming had been foretold long ago with the scriptures. Barbara was never questioned due to her age and failing mentality. That's all for now. Be safe and well, Mrs. Jesus Christine Chan Sonichu. And then this weird Commodore come adore thing, which I think was just a brain fart that he wrote down. Anyway, this bit about Heilberg. Heilberg had confirmed my return home on valid terms. This would seem to confirm the idea that was going around that I've commented on before, that basically Chris would end up pleading guilty to misdemeanor incest and being sentenced to time served and being released. And my understanding is that in Virginia, they can't hold you for more than a year on a misdemeanor charge anyway, and the maximum sentence for a misdemeanor is a year. So this would seem to indicate that. Now, I don't know if Chris is going to plead guilty or if he's going to plead no contest or what, but regardless, he's most likely going to be getting out. And he thinks he'll be returning to his house, which nobody's really sure what's going on. I was watching one of John Gaming Fun Times videos about this, and he had some pictures of the house, and it looks like a lot of the yard is kind of overgrown, and it doesn't look like anybody's been in there for a while. Word is that Barb is with relatives, so we don't really know if Chris is going to have access to the house or not. And if he does, what's going to happen once he's there? First of all, is all his crap still there? Probably not. The house has probably been emptied out. But we don't know. We'll find out when this happens. And then the question after that becomes, if he can get into the house, how does he pay for it? Or does he? Or does somebody else pay for it? Or what happens? Nobody really knows. There's a lot of speculation that there's going to be conditions on his release, such as a restraining order to keep him from trying to see Barb, which, seems likely to me. The worst thing for us would be if he had an order to stay off the internet. Not to say that he'd necessarily follow it, but, that would be, that'd be tough for us because we wouldn't get to hear enough about what happened. But a lot of people are speculating on that there might be some kind of plan for him after he gets out. And I thought that for a while, and I think that if he hadn't stayed in jail for the whole year, I would think that maybe there was some kind of plan. But at this point, I suspect that they're just going to cut him loose. That, time served, you've served your time, you're out, you're free to go. And then Chris is just at loose ends. And nobody knows what happens to him after that. From what people are saying on Kiwi Farms, a likely scenario seems to be that he'll be taken in by Weens or he'll be homeless. It's possible. Again, this is all speculative. But what's not speculative is that he seems to be set to get out. I tend to believe this if it's actually what Heilberg said. It's possible that Chris misconstrued what Heilberg said and that there's actually, he's not getting released. Maybe he's getting released from the jail and moved into the prison. We're having to trust Chris's word on this, and that's not always a path to the truth. So anyway, that's the Chris Chan news. I'm really curious about this, but I'm really excited that in 3 weeks' time we might have Chris Chan back making videos, back talking to us again. I would be very interested to see what happens. One thing that kind of occurred to me, this is just sort of an incidental side note. Heilberg is apparently a fairly well-respected attorney in Virginia, and the fact that he is in Virginia made me wonder if he knows any of the lawyers who were involved in the Johnny and Amber case. Does he know Camille Vasquez or Elaine Bredehoft or Ben Rottenborn or any of those people? I mean, the way the legal profession works, these people tend to interact a fair bit. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that he knows these people. And that would be interesting. It would be cool if someone in Virginia was able to interview Heilberg about it. I would be very curious to know some of this stuff. Of course, Heilberg being probably, an ethical attorney, probably wouldn't talk too much about Chris because, attorney-client privilege. But he may be willing to talk about other stuff. So that'd be kind of cool to know. So if I recall correctly, Chris was arrested on, I think, either August 1st or August 2nd of last year. So, I mean, it may, his next hearing is on the 28th, and that's, just has his trial. He's got 3 days back in jail to get all his shit together, and then he's out on the street. Pretty crazy. So, stay tuned, and we'll see if there's wacky antics to be enjoyed. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Other than that, the only thing going on is new glasses. Everything is almost painfully sharp now. I think anybody who wears glasses is probably familiar with this phenomenon. When you get a new pair, everything is suddenly very sharp and vivid, and it takes a few days to get used to it because you've been used to a little bit of blurriness for the past however many months. So anyway, new glasses, big fun. Stay tuned for Chris news. See you in the next one. Graham out. Bye.